Hello everyone watching at home, you're with Adelaide Eternal. We're bringing you our monthly Highlander tournament. This is the final round, the undefeated round. I'm Sarven McLinton, and I'm in the booth here with Jackson the McColpius.
Hey everyone.
So, this is a round between Socrates, Stavropoulos, and myself, Sarven McLinton, on the right. So, if you haven't seen our decks in action in the previous rounds, you'll note that mine is a blue-white-red tempo deck that has a Splinter Twin combo finish, and Socrates is on a Grixis tempo deck. No combo, but it's heavily in the Gurmag, Angler, Tassiger, really cheap but effective beaters and control disruption category. We'll just have a quick flick over those deck lists, but for a full detail on each of those decks, go to the previous rounds in which they're featured heavily. In this particular round, it's basically the heavyweight battle.
Yeah. Should be interesting. There's lots and lots of powerful cards in each deck. It's both running True Name Nemesis and such, so should be interesting.
So we're going to see, depending on who's on the play, it shouldn't really be necessarily relevant, but the main winner of the die roll would be Sock. If he can win this one, it allows him to apply pressure early.
What's a draw?
Oh, the old reroll.
10 versus 7.
All right, so he doesn't get the early tempo play. We were deciding, have we cut? Oh, I can't remember if we've cut or not. I think Sock's deck is actually face up, and he's playing 60 islands. John Avon Islands.
That's true. Some new Highlander tech. Blue is the best colour, so why not play the thing that gives you the most blue mana?
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah, it seems alright.
So let's have a look at these hands. So what have I got here? I have Socrates has a nice red heavy hand with some good burn with Young Pyromancer and so on. My hand is horrible. It has 5 lands, Splinter Twin, which is basically an honorary mull to 6, and Fire and Ice.
Yeah, that's no good.
No, it has to go back.
Yeah, that's
I made the correct decision.
Considering Sock can put pressure on very, very early in the game with his deck.
Even if I'm on the play, I really don't want him to curve out with a 1-drop and then a 2-drop and then a bunch of counter magic to protect them for the rest of the game.
Yeah. No, that seems like it would be very much a death sentence keeping that hand.
So, being on the play, I'm really looking for just, a nice smattering of land, a remand, or some kind of other counter spell, a daze or something, and maybe a preordain. And that'd be a pretty decent hand on 6. I'd be fine with that. Yeah.
It's interesting. You both run Blood Moon.
Yeah, it's true. So my hand's a Mental Misstep, 3 lands, Deceiver Exarch, and 1 other piece of interaction, I think. Scry to the bottom.
Seems alright.
We're both running the moons, so
yeah.
Who wants to resolve moons? Let's see.
Also, who doesn't play around the moons and stuff?
Yeah, that's right.
It becomes a lot better, so...
Yeah. I don't... Yeah, so we both have blue-red sources, essentially, on the opening. This is very much a draw-go match if he doesn't land his threat early. If he lands an early threat, then he can ride it. But if he doesn't, he has to operate in the kind of control spectrum, which is not really the best place to be for his deck.
And your deck has that sort of infinite combo that can eventually come out late game, so...
Yeah, definitely. So it's hard to resolve the combo against decks that have, remands, days, and that kind of thing. And they also have, interaction like Lightning Bolt. So that's doesn't always happen, but you can definitely do it safely. Choose exactly the right time to do it.
Yeah.
So Socrates has gone and fetched in response to my fetch. Play around Trick Bind.
Yeah, doesn't really play around Stifle, but...
I think we're comparing. Look, foreign black border, you got to compare which one's better, French or German. And I believe... no, mine's Italian, sorry. Italian or German. I believe Socrates wins with German. That's solely based on the way that foreign languages are received in the Magic community.
Yeah, it's unusual how there's a bit of a tier list there, isn't there? Like
People, for some reason, they don't like Italian, or because of Italian legends.
But Russian seems to be real top tier.
Oh, they love Russian.
I don't know what's going on there.
No. So print runs were pretty small back in the day with Russian, but nowadays surely it's not that much different.
Yeah.
Same with Korean. Either way, I've drawn a Swords to Plowshares. So my hand is Deceiver Exarch, Swords to Plowshares, and Mental Misstep, I think. So I think I just want to go and jam a Deceiver Exarch end of turn.
Seems alright. Start getting a bit of damage in, so...
Yeah. Yeah, end of turn this guy. Oh, no, I think it's my main phase this. It's the old modern play of play this on your main phase, untap one of your lands, pass the turn, just to get around Mana Leak. Because he doesn't have Mana Leak. But so he's got days.
He plays days.
Rough. Yeah.
That seems good.
Like I guess I kind of time walk him, but yeah. The goal there was to kind of untap my own land and pass and then play around Mana Leak, because once he untaps, I'm not going to be able to play around Mana Leak again, right?
Yeah.
Because they're going to keep the mana open. So I would have liked to have that threat, but it is what it is, and he's going to be able to present a better threat, I'm sure. Yeah, Young Pyromancer. Young Pyromancer is a good threat.
Yeah, Pyro's really good against you. Just gains a lot of creatures. You don't really have too many main deck sweepers to deal with them, so...
I think I was happy that he didn't follow up with a land, because if... he actually played a land, obviously.
Swords.
Yeah, so... I mean, he could have waited on the Young Pyro. He could have waited an extra turn so that he has a third land and he can preordain off it.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes these kind of matches, you can just win off that 1/1 attacking for the rest of the game, because you got, a lot of interaction on the stack. It's a 1/1 attacks.
It's a shame he didn't play the days after having the Pyro as well.
Ooh, yeah.
Definitely that was worth dazing.
He had to, yeah.
Deceiver Exarch, but that would have been real good.
Absolutely. So yeah, having to use a Swords to Plowshares on the Young Pyro is rough, but it's better than I'm happy with that trade. One card for one card. He casts Zergo. I get to cast Mental Misstep and not lose life. Not that life is relevant now that the game's gone this long.
Yeah.
But, that's still good. At least I've leveraged that Mental Misstep.
Yeah.
So now I have Desolate Lighthouse online. So
that seems good.
It's really good in this kind of matchup. I get to just sandbag lands and discard the lands and draw gas. It's kind of like... not really drawing 2 cards a turn, but it's kind of like drawing a relevant spell every turn almost.
Yeah, Desolate Lighthouse is kind of a bit of an underrated card. I used to run it in old school Modern Twin, and
it's good.
It's always good. I always liked it. You just get rid of lands late game and just get lots of gas. Yeah, really,
I like it. I really like it. So here are Treasure Cruise with 1 mana up. Again, like if I can play around Mana Leaks, I can. They've only got 1 Spell Pierce, but they do have 3 or 4 different versions of Mana Leak that can get you, so may as well do it whilst they've only got 1 land open.
Makes sense. Resolving Treasure Cruise is always good.
Yeah. So before the Treasure Cruise, my hand was Brainstorm, but no extra lands.
Oh, okay.
And I think I just wanted to get more card advantage so that I can... Oh, here's Tony Abbott of Carol Keep.
Oh, okay. So he's hoping to dig that land because he can't cast anything else.
Yeah, I mean, flipping a land off here would be amazing. And actually, I think it's worth stopping him just so that he doesn't get a land.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know if I have something to do, but if he gets a land, it's pretty value.
Yep, so he's pretty much just got to reveal it.
So
I have a habit of not revealing it. I don't know why.
Flip that card. Well, now I'm thinking, hang on. If you get this... Yeah, I think I just went Lightning Bolt it with the trigger for the reveal on the stack.
Okay.
In case he reveals Mental Misstep.
Okay.
Or something. Because he's going to get it anyway.
Okay, so that's a Rift Bolt?
It's a Fire Blast. So that's a
Fire
whiff.
Blast. Oh, no.
It's a Whiff Bolt because he can't do it.
Yeah. Okay, so that's... It's not going to do anything, but he's one card closer to a land, I guess. So
yeah, Lightning Bolting the Abbot was just kind of like, I'm just going to keep you off any kind of threat to get late in the game and leverage Desolate Lighthouse. But I guess doing it there before the trigger gives you a bit of marginal advantage in case they do flip something. Well,
when you're up on card advantage, going 1 for 1 for everything is just going to lead you to you winning anyway.
Yeah,
because you're always going to be ahead by the end. So.
You're right. Well, my hand is Force of Will, Brainstorm, Kiki Jiki, mountain, I think.
Seems alright.
Yeah, I get to loot away the mountain. I'm notoriously famous for never playing Brainstorm ever. Just keeping it in my hand for a long time. That's Scab Clan Berserker. 2/2 haste. If it hits me, it gets renowned, and all my I lose 2 life.
Oh, you're hard casting a Force of Will.
I cast Force of Will.
Yep, fair enough. That's a fair trade.
Yep.
Seems good.
Yeah, just when you can hard cast it, you just do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I don't want to pitch Brainstorm to it.
Yeah, 5 mana to counter 1 spell seems really bad.
Yeah.
But,
when you gotta do it, you gotta do it.
Yeah, you gotta do it. It's how you can cast it when you need to, so it's worth taking advantage of that.
That's it.
Oh, we got a
Activate Desolate
Yep.
Lighthouse.
Seems good.
And discard that mountain. Yep. My hand is like Snapcaster, Brainstorm, Kiki Jiki.
Seems good.
I think it is. Oh, it's a good spot to be in. I can't see Sock's hand because he kind of holds it a bit closer to his chest, but he's got Incinerate. That's what I remember.
Yeah, Incinerate. Okay. Yeah. That's not heaps relevant right now, but I guess it stops your Snapcaster doing any sort of tempo thing. So you play a land instead of keeping it for Desolate. That's interesting.
Yeah, I think I've got a second island in hand as well.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yep, all right.
Yep. So I think I just want to be on 6. Yeah.
Yep, fair enough.
I just want to be on 6 land.
I guess that gives you maybe room for like a Kiki-Jiki and a 1 mana interaction spell. So that's all right.
So you can kind of back up the Kiki-Jiki eventually.
So what have we got there? Is a
Cryptic, Snapcaster, Kiki-Jiki, Brainstorm.
That's a huge amount of gasoline in your hand.
That's it.
Sock, I can't quite tell what he has.
Yeah, I'm still not incentivized to play any of it. just activate
enough.
Desolate Lighthouse and discard Chrome Mox. That was a 5th select card.
Yeah, see, that's a great one to discard. Yeah. This is why Desolate's so good.
Yeah.
I mean, you've drawn what? You've essentially drawn 3 cards and gotten rid of 3 cards that you don't want anymore. That's crazy.
Pseudo Ancestral Recall, right?
Yeah. It's real good.
Got Jace the Mind Sculptor in hand now.
Ooh.
So
I mean, Sock obviously has.
He's obviously got interaction. Right? I don't want to cast into interaction, right?
It's a lot of untapped blue sources to be scared of.
So Incinerate my face end of turn.
Okay.
That's fine. Take 3.
Yeah.
So he's trying to just. This is a common play in control matches, obviously, where you know that the bolts aren't really going to do much until someone actually commits something, and you know they're never going to commit something because they don't need to. Yep. So you just bolt their face and get them down to 8, 7, 6, and then you can actually start to present a threat with that Wandering Ephemeral.
That's pretty interesting. Yeah, Wandering Ephemeral seems really good.
I like it. I don't play it, but I really like it in the decks that it's in. In Sock's deck, it's really cool.
Yeah, I don't know if it's quite right for your deck.
No.
I don't know.
I don't play any lands that come to play tapped.
And your mana base is pretty strict with being 3 colours with moon effects.
3 colours with moons.
So you got rid of a Steam Vents, did you?
Yeah, I got rid of the Scalding Tarn and ended up drawing a Lightning Helix.
Wow.
So he's going to bolt me. So yeah, he's got me down to 12. It's not irrelevant, especially when you have, say, Snapcaster Mage in hand.
Yep.
Because this is the kind of thing where he's like, well, he can't cast them all in the same turn because it leaves them open to getting countered.
Yep.
So you may as well split them over a couple of turns, then Snapcaster Mage them back.
That makes a lot of sense. Your hand's just looking unbelievable, really.
I think at some point I got to actually start casting things because now my hand is gas. I got to do something.
Alright, so we got a Lightning Helix. Nice.
Yeah.
It's a nice little swing.
I think I do this the wrong way around. Like, I think I should have kept the Lightning Helix and cast my 4-mana spell, because I'm about to cast a 4-mana spell, Factual Fiction, at the end of his turn.
Oh!
Yeah, I should have led with Factual Fiction, because then I can play around Spell Pierce, and if he doesn't Spell Pierce it, then I can Lightning Helix him and use the last 2 mana, because the Helix is the one I don't care about, right?
I guess you do have Force of Will, but... Oh, no, sorry, no you don't. No, you don't. You cast that before, didn't you?
Yeah, so I think I did this the wrong way around. It should have been Factual Fiction first.
So he's already played his Days, so it's got to be a better counterspell than Days. Yeah, he's got something there.
He's got something. The fact that I'm getting it counted is really bad for me. Like,
Is it
trading
charm?
with the Is It Charm,
Yeah.
is it like it was really bad for me. I think I should have just gone with the Factual Fiction first. But my plan here is like, I want you to tap out so that I can play Jason Mind Sculptor, please.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I still think I played that the wrong way around.
Yeah.
So we'll see what I do now. I mean, if my plan is to tap him off his mana and then I can finally cast Jace the Mind Sculptor, that'd be good. But we'll see if that actually happens.
Yeah, if you could try to resolve maybe a 1 or 2 drop and then follow it up. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so we have
lead with
Snapcaster.
Snapcaster.
Okay, what are you flashing back here? Fact?
I think I say I'll place it on the stack, and I think it's like a bait spell so that he counters it, and then I can cast Jace the Mind Sculptor.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's what my plan is, but I think it ended up resolving, so I just go Treasure Cruise.
Treasure Cruise.
Yeah, like I wasn't expecting it to resolve.
Oh, okay.
Like I thought, he's definitely going to counter this, so he's definitely going to counterspell this so I can cast Jace.
Okay.
But, yeah,
so he lets Treasure Cruise resolve, does he?
So he lets me put Treasure Cruise on the stack.
You can't.
And then he counterspells that.
Yeah, I was going to say.
So the upside of that over, and then I get to cast Jace.
Boom. Boom, Jacey boy.
Yeah, but he has Force of Will.
Oh, wow. Okay, fair enough.
So, like, everything worked out really well for Sock in that exchange. Like, I really tried to... I can... Yeah, see, it's pretty iffy for me. Like, oh, bye-bye, Jace. But if it had worked out for me, one of those spells resolving would have been amazing.
Yeah.
And I jammed so much stuff, but he had so many answers, and it was really well played by Sock with the patience. He didn't just counter willy-nilly.
Yeah, he ordered the counters all correctly, so he bolts.
And he's got the bolt for the snap. I felt really good. I've got a threat here. This is great. But now we're just back to parity, and whilst I have Desolate Lighthouse, I've got to start again.
Yeah, you do. It's funny, all those turns building up, and then that was just a big lot of fireworks. Yeah. And now you're kind of building up again,
and now we've kind of restabilised again. And
isn't that funny?
And part of me is still afraid of going in because of how everything turned out that time. Like, part of me is a little bit afraid of actually doing anything because he seems to have all the answers. But I think there's 2 plays I can make here, and one is obviously go on the loot house again, house plan, and I think I go with that. And the other one was to say cast Brainstorm and have the fetch land, but it's really bad because what are you going to put back? Because my hand's already good.
Yeah,
Cryptic Command.
I feel like the passage of plays mainly went wrong from the fact of Fiction not resolving.
I think if I had played it the other way around, then he would have been forced to say counterspell that.
Yeah, but he might have had to Force of Will that because he was out of mana, and then you could have resolved the Jace. Yeah, so
there's definitely order sequencing there. I think I should have, like, normally it's so normal for you to just lead with the spell you care about the least.
Yeah.
And I think I just went in autopilot there and went Lightning Helix you, but then I'm like, hang on. Not playing around is a charm, spell pierce, and all those kind of nasty miscalculation, all those good spells.
Yeah, I like Miscalculations. It's a good card.
Yeah, it's really nice good. having cycling in the late game. So here I loot again, and he knows my hand. He knows I'm going to discard the land.
Yep.
And what I'm looking for here is like instant speed threats.
Yep.
Because then I can actually do something end of his turn and try and overcommit him again.
Vendilion Click would be real tasty right now.
Oh, Click would be really absolute gas.
Yeah.
Socrates, obviously, if he had... because he resolved a couple of threats early. He had the, Young Pyro and Tony Abbott. Yeah. And I had to just remove them because obviously, just imagine if one of them didn't get removed. It would have gone the distance.
This game, like, if you end up winning this Desolate Lighthouse is your MVP. It is putting in so much work, this game.
I think I've now added to my hand Spell Pierce.
Six or seven cards, right?
Yeah, I've added Spell Pierce and an island and one other blue card I can't see.
Yeah.
So he's got the better card quality though.
Yep.
Just raw quality because he's getting Ponder.
Yep.
To resolve. But over time, my card quality becomes amazing from the Desolate Lighthouse.
Yeah.
The Loot House.
The Loot House.
The Loot House is like honorary Dak Faden, right? Activate is the mana cost of Dak Faden.
Yeah, I'll put it out there. If you needed to find Dak Faden, like where he lived, he would probably be in that Desolate Lighthouse.
Yeah, he lives alone.
Yeah, just looting.
Stealing everyone's hearts.
Yeah.
Here's some action. We have
what's that, a
Delver of Secrets. Yeah. Okay. And it's a threat. And actually counterspell. Actual Delver. 2 mana counterspell on your 1 mana Delver.
Out.
Because Socrates, I respect every one of your threats.
Yep.
I want this game to go as long as possible so that I can keep using Loot House. And I respect Delver too much to give him anything less than an actual counterspell.
Yeah, that's fair enough. 15 all. It's very even. Very even. All right, so what we got now?
The game is really, really close.
Sock's going for it.
He's got 2 mana. He can play a 2 mana threat like Harsh Mentor or something. That would be really good.
Yeah.
Because he knows that I've used my counterspell, and so I have to use... Oh, Time Walk. I'm like, yeah.
Time Walk?
You can have Time Walk.
Yeah, that's fine.
He has no creature on the board, so he can have Time Walk. But if he had a creature, I would not like it.
So right now, Time Walk really...
Oh, that's right.
Spell Snare.
Well, when you have Spell Snare, you just do that.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Why not? Because... it's the marginal counterspell on a really good card, and I get to loot at the end of turn still.
Time War without a threat, I feel is... I don't know. Like, I don't know if that was correct. Like,
I was definitely thinking about letting it resolve. That's
because really all that would have done is let him untap a few lands and draw another card. And he was obviously looking for a threat, but you still had, what was it, Cryptic Command or something.
Yeah,
ready to go.
I finally cast Brainstorm here. How many turns was that? What was the record?
That's weird.
That's a turn. That was probably 12 turns in hand, was it?
Yeah.
Finally cast Brainstorm. Put away 2 cards.
You must have been letting the game get
play
to
a fetch land.
Casting Brainstorm. That's I don't know what you were thinking about.
I know.
You're not meant to cast it.
I finally put a cast Brainstorm, and I put away two basic lands, and I cracked a fetch land. So I feel like I got the full value. But I'm casting a Yanni Vengeance here.
Yep. Okay.
So
right.
I got to resolve a threat.
Well, she's alright even.
He.
Johnny's.
And I don't have Cryptic Command backup.
Don't mind. You don't have Cryptic backup?
No.
Yeah, okay. Well, he's used his Force, so he's used his days.
Yeah.
So
I think I told him, I'm playing around Price of Progress here. Like I went and got a non-basic because I'm just so used to control matches. And then you're like, oh, wait, you could have Price of Progress. I don't know if you do, but you could have it.
Yeah, okay. So Johnny, tapping down.
Well, if
Volcanic,
he resolves, yeah. So,
So seems alright.
So tap down the red source so that he can't activate the Fumarole to attack for 4.
Yeah.
So this is crucial.
I'm
like, well, if you draw a red source, you have to draw a red source here for you to actually kill a Yanni. He sounds like a violinist or a cellist or a conductor. A Yanni Vengeance. Hails from France.
Yep.
If only I got him written in French.
I wonder how different his name would be.
That's
interesting.
Tell us below. Which language should a Yanni Vengeance be played in?
I feel like, I don't know. I mean, it's definitely a few of the Planeswalkers you feel like would come from certain countries, right? I mean,
I feel like he's French.
Liliana's Russian.
Yeah,
it's got to be.
He's Ayani Le Vengeance.
Oh, okay. So his name's the same.
Socrates with the epic play here. This is good. He knows that he needs to kill Ayani.
Yeah.
And he doesn't draw top deck the red source to activate Wandering Fumarole.
Oh,
so he floats one blue.
Yeah, and he
gushes to return his red source.
Yeah.
To play the red source for his turn to activate Wandering Fumarole.
Oh, that's cool. I like it.
Sweet play. That's a sweet play.
Yeah, I dig it. I dig it a lot.
And I'm going, no matter what I do, I can't stop it. That's the problem.
Okay, so you don't have any sort of burn to like kill the
and it's a 1/4. Right, it's a 1/4.
Oh, because he can just switch it.
Yeah. Oh, but it would still die if he switched. Yeah. So like, I don't have the burn to kill the guy, but he, all I can do is remand his gush.
Yep.
To stop him getting the cards, but he still gets to kill the Planeswalker, which is really, really rough. Like I know nothing I do will be able to stop him from doing it, and he's already in on this play, all in on this play, so he's going to make the play. I can't bluff him out of it. So, I don't have a threat anymore.
I guess it stops him playing Gush for a few turns.
Yeah.
Seems alright.
That's it. Slows him down. But as you can see, this has been such a battle. Both of us have been really just trying to slog our way through constant counter magic and removal. And as you can see, as soon as one person gets a threat down, they win.
Oh.
But
Okay. That's a combo. Oh, wow. Those two have a bit of synergy together, don't they?
I think I don't remember whether I drew the Pestamite or not.
Wow.
But I think I remember going like, I really need a Johnny to stay around. Oh, you're going to kill a Johnny.
Oh,
and then
wow.
I think I'd...
You just top deck Pestamite.
I think I drew the Pestamite. I must have, because I wouldn't have been so sad about losing a Johnny.
Wow.
And I'm just explaining to Sock that I'll do this the safe way when I do it, just in case you have any kind of bizarre thing that I don't know about. And then I'll attack you.
Wow. I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I don't think I did either, because I had Kiki Jiki in hand all game. But I didn't discard him to Desolate Lighthouse because this is a possibility.
I guess that's the benefit of running, the combo versus not running the combo, is you just have that, every so often you have that crazy top deck.
Yeah.
You just have that potential. Whereas like Sock doesn't have that. Sock doesn't have that card. He can just pick up the top of his deck and go, oh wow, look, I'm going to win right now. So
yeah, absolutely. Like vintage decks with Tinker and versus say just control decks that don't have a combo win.
Yeah. That's interesting. I honestly didn't expect that to happen.
Yeah.
Given how grindy, and then
neither
you
did
just
I.
drop everything you needed. Wow, there you go. There's an interesting match.
That was a real grind fest. And the thing is, I mean, even if I didn't draw the Pestamite, at some point I'd have to just play Kiki Jiki.
Yeah.
Because he'd just be the last threat that I have available when I just start attacking for 2.
5 mana 2/2 with haste.
Yeah. Leave it there on the battlefield and say you have to answer this at some point.
Yeah. It's a bit desperate times, but that's pretty interesting.
Let's look at the sideboards.
Yeah.
And obviously I'll show you what I bring in on screen as force of habit. I usually show what comes in and goes out.
Yep.
Sock does the same as well, but theory crafting beforehand.
Yep.
My anti-control package comes in, which is Teferi, Mage of Zalfir, which basically wins every counter battle ever.
Yep.
Keranos, God of Storms, which basically can't be answered once it resolves.
Yeah.
They need Cryptic Command, and usually in this kind of matchup, Cryptic Command comes out because a 4-mana interaction spell is way worse than a 1-mana Pyroblast or Red Elemental Blast. You just can't win counterfights with it.
Okay.
And then bring in the Pyroblast, Red Elemental Blast, and Flusterstorm, so the Rebs. And I think I might even end up bringing in some corner case card as well. Let's see whether I bring in like Brent Forge Tender because most of his threats are red. Or whether I bring in Anger of the Gods because he might get his Young Pyromancer online and get to sweep away, or just get to sweep away a Zergo and a Goblin Guide or something. I don't even remember what I brought in. We'll find out.
Okay. Should be interesting.
We'll be curious to see what I actually brought in.
So what do you think Sock brought in?
I think Socrates' deck is it's really well positioned because it's got a versatile sideboard too. But for Sock, he can bring in things like Red Elemental Blast, obviously. These go without saying. Mindbreak, Trap, Flusterstorm, just some counter spells that are useful. But he can also bring in Diabolic Edict, because I usually only have 1 threat.
Yep, that's fair.
And it's also a nice way of killing a 1/4 because he can't really deal damage to it.
Yep.
Or killing a True Name Nemesis.
Yeah,
so
really good against
they're
True Name.
nice spots. I think my games on camera have been very bizarre because I've usually had more than 1 creature out.
Yep.
Which doesn't normally happen.
Yep.
But he can also bring in cards like Inquisition of Kozilek because he has access to black, which I don't have access to.
Yep.
And that's really nice in the control matches. Seeing what they're playing, just like Ataxian Probe, seeing what their hand is composed of allows you to know that there's that spell snare you have to play around, or that you can cast your 3-drop this turn, or it's really good. Information cannot be understated. It's really important. The other card I think could be brought in against me is Sulfuric Vortex.
Yeah, I was about to say, I can see that being, having potential. It switches off a bit of your life gain, that's for sure.
Yeah, and when he goes, here's my sideboard. I take out Chrome Mox, Splinter Twin, Kiki Jiki, Mage of the Moon, Blood Moon, Cryptic Command. So basically, I turn into a control deck. Oh, I did bring in the spicy little Barenton Forge Tender. Ooh. Let's see how that turns out. I don't even remember how it turned out.
It's interesting. He does have a lot of low-cost threats that are red.
And I can block them, and I can counter... I can basically turn off a Fire Blast if he can never cast his Fire Blast with it out in play. And,
it seems good.
Yeah. Let's see how it goes. Spicy little one-of. Obviously, Highlanders all one-ofs, fun-ofs, but... yeah, I think Sulfuric Vortex is actually good against me because he's way more of a tempo deck than me.
Yeah.
Turn 1 dude, turn 2 dude, turn 3 Sulfuric Vortex.
He can come out the gates a lot faster, that's for sure. So, be interesting.
He has way more burn than me as well. So just offloading the burn in the face for the amount of damage and then needed to allow Sulfuric Vortex to kill me. So I assume that's what he brought in. We didn't get to see what he brought in, but we can always ask him to post in the comments of the video if he remembers.
It looks like he's still running 60 islands from here. So.
Yeah, I don't know why he's shuffling face up.
Yeah, it's giving away all your secret tech. So I don't know what you're thinking.
So if I'm on the draw, so he's on the play, I think he's very favoured. Like he would be, I don't know, 60-40?
Yeah.
55-45?
He can just, because it's going to be really hard for you to answer threats one for one.
Yeah.
While he's just playing one every turn and getting to swing in with a lot of them.
That's the advantage of these kind of tempo decks, because if he goes, you don't want to bring in Anger of the Gods type effects because I'm not a creature deck. And then he's like, but you need to bring in Anger of the Gods type effects because I could make an army of 1/1 elementals, or I could have a Goblin Guide and a Zergo, or I could, there's just so many angles that you have to, look at your cards and go, oh, this is marginal, or, what do I take out, what do I put in? So I really like tempo decks just at the heart of them.
Yeah.
So his hand has no land. It's a snap mull. Yeah, no land.
It's interesting.
Mine's a mull as well, so we're both going down.
Well, that's
fair, right?
Mulling always feels good when they mull as well.
Yes.
When you mull, you're just like, oh, this is not good. And when you see they put their hand back to you, like, okay, this is fine.
Okay, yeah, I'm okay with
fine. This. Yeah, I have no problems with this. Just as an idea, but what would you think of running Volcanic Fallout as a sideboard card in the Adelaide meta?
Volcanic Fallout it's surprisingly decent in our meta.
Yeah,
right?
Because it hits, elves, it hits some of the zoo decks, but it hits a lot of the blue decks. Like a lot of your creatures would die.
Yeah, it kills Vendilion Click and a Pestamite.
Yeah, and your recruiters and such, and it hits a lot of Socrates cards as well. So Socrates is mulling to 5.
Yeah, 5 is bad. So my hand is decent. It's 3 lands, a Red Elemental Blast, and what was that, like a Glenalandra Archmage or something? I can't remember what was in there. It was 3 lands, a Red Elemental Blast, and 2 relevant spells.
That's good.
So you keep that on 6.
Yeah, on 6. That seems good. That seems great.
And he's going to 5 though. He's on the play, so you can get a really nice start with something like a Mountain, a Mock Sapphire, a Monastery Swiftspear, and a Daze.
Yeah,
that can be a really good hand.
Or
he's going down again.
Okay, yeah, that's not good.
Yeah,
mulling to 4 is just I feel like mulling to 5 is always. Your win percentage is outrageous.
Yeah.
Unless you're playing Vintage Dredge, your win percentage is just beyond bad.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he got a bit dejected here, and I was telling him, you can get a really good 4. Yeah. You can get... Because we built the deck together, for those who didn't know. We talked about it on another video, but we built this deck together, and I was saying, you can get a really good 4.
Yeah.
I said go.
Okay, so what's that?
It's a Chain Lightning, Brainstorm, Chrome Mox, and Mountain.
That seems good. For 4?
Yeah, for 4.
That's about as good as it gets at 4.
And scry to the bottom.
Ideally, that would have been Island, I guess, if you had to choose.
Yeah.
But
okay. So here I just keep the Red Elemental Blast alive, the Pyroblast alive.
Yep, fair enough.
And I'll see whether or not he... I'm starting to remember this game now, and I remember the mulling. I do remember that. But I still remember that he put up a fight. There's definitely a lot of fight in him here because he's he is the tempo deck, and he can still tempo me out.
Okay, he's got something.
Storm
Storm
Chaser
Chaser.
mage. Yeah.
I like Storm Chaser. It's a good card.
So I'm like, I'll respond to this. Yeah, I just Pyroblast with Storm Chaser, not because Storm Chaser is a powerful threat. Like, I'd rather Pyroblast something insanely strong.
Yeah.
But he's on a mull, and if I just trade 1 for 1 with his mull, it's going to be strong.
Yeah, I agree.
And here we just had Brendan Dobson step in to set and fix the glare issue that we had coming down one side. So thanks to him. And here I'm on 3 mana now, and I have Deceiver Exarch. So
it's not good. Sock does get his island, which is unfortunate. He didn't get that earlier, and he could have cast that Brainstorm. So
end of turn, I just tap down the red source, and
fair enough.
And it's not really because I'm trying to get ahead here or anything. It's just because, well, your opponent's so far behind, and you just present a threat and start attacking for 1.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
And those viewers might note that I have taken the combo out, the entirety of the combo. So Splinter Twin's gone, Kiki Jiki's gone. There's no way to win by combo, but I basically turn into a control deck. So
yeah. Fortunately, Deceiver Exarch's less exciting when you don't have that
I'm
combo
like, I wish
pressure.
it was Pestamite. It's good at blocking, but that's about it.
Pestamite's at least got a bit of damage behind it.
That's it, double the clock, right? So now Sock has started drawing his lands, which is not ideal, and at the end of his turn, I'm pretty sure I flash into a Restoration Angel, and that's going to be, 2 creatures with toughness 4 is pretty tough to deal with. So, oh no, I don't play Resto. I just play Fact or Fiction.
Oh, fair enough.
Why did I do that? Remand. Okay. Maybe I did it because I value Resto more. I think actually, in hindsight, I play Fact or Fiction thinking he's got some counter spells, let him counter the Fact or Fiction, and then later on down the track cast Resto so that I actually have a 4 power on the board. I think that's what my strategy was. But Sock's now drawing all of his lands after all that, and so I now play the Fact or Fiction again. And Teferi, Treasure Cruise of 3 lands.
Whoa. Okay. I mean, you'd probably prefer... if I was Sock, I'd be trying to give you that Teferi.
Yeah, I would probably end up going like 2 lands Teferi, 1 land Treasure Cruise, and make the 1 land with the Treasure Cruise the basic mountain, probably. So, pile of mountain Treasure Cruise, and then Teferi 2 other lands. That's probably what I would do. But it looks like he's still thinking about how he splits it. There's a possibility that he is more afraid of Teferi because he can no longer play the game after Teferi resolves, and he's got 4 toughness, but we'll see how he splits it.
Yeah.
Fact or Fiction is always great. It's so skill intensive. All right, so he goes Teferi 4 cards, and I'm like, are you sure that's okay? Are you sure? Are you sure you want to split it like this? Are you sure? And I'm like, okay, I'll take these. So he really didn't want me to cast Teferi.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure I didn't have a 5th land anyway, and then I drew more lands. So actually, yeah. But either way, I got Treasure Cruise. So
that seems good.
Yeah, and Treasure Cruise and Fetch Land is a good combo.
Yeah.
So here, I think it's just time to run out information that he knows already, which is, cast a Treasure Cruise now, because, or actually just. Yeah, bash for 1.
Yeah, beat for 1.
That little 1/4
seems good.
He's the little cleric that could, because Deceiver Exarch only has a job. He doesn't have a creature type, right? Like some of the Phyrexians.
Oh, that's interesting. I've never noticed.
Yeah, because there's no creature type Phyrexian. There's horrors and stuff. He's not a horror. He's just not a horrible person. He's just he's
just chilling.
He's a guy and he's got a job. He's just like a plumber, cleric. Being a cleric in a fantasy world is basically like being a plumber or an electrician. It's a profession. It's something that you do.
Well, Deceiver, you'd think he's like a
he's a deceitful
people.
cleric.
Yeah, he's deceiving people.
Is he tricking them?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Playing with their minds because he's holding a brain in his hand.
Yeah.
So end of turn, I just fetch out, and I think I'm playing here not to lose. I think my whole point is like, well, I'm so far ahead, I just don't want to punt and lose, so I may as well get a basic to not die to Price of Progress.
Yep.
And just play Resto,
Deceiver,
tap anything,
Mountain.
and just start swinging for 4. It's a 5-turn clock, but a clock is a clock.
Yeah, hey. You get him for a few turns, it really puts a lot of pressure on the game. So
Yeah, that's it.
benefit of Resto is being a combo piece and being just a really good value and just a really good clock.
Yeah. So I see that I still haven't played Treasure Cruise.
Yep.
When I'm just that far ahead. When I'm baiting with Brainstorm.
You brainstorm before you treasure cruising.
Look at this. Just like end of turn Brainstorm. I'll do this.
Yeah, your mental missteps.
Yeah. And I said, are you sure you want to pay life?
Wow. What? He paid life. That's interesting.
I actually fight over this Brainstorm. I want it to resolve because my hand is 4 lands.
Oh, yeah. Fair
So
enough.
I just want to put 2 lands back and shuffle them.
Yep.
And just get really far ahead. Fill up the graveyard, and so then I only have to play Treasure Cruise for 1 instead of 3 or 2. Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough. Wow. Sock Mulling to 4 and then drawing nothing but lands is
It's the wrong way around, isn't
unfortunate.
it?
Yeah.
Went the complete wrong way around. So going to my turn, I'm just trying to seal the deal here. I'm not going to commit anything more when I've already got my clock on the board. I just want to shore it up and make sure that he can't get back in the game. So
Yeah, considering you run a fairly sizable amount of bolt effects too, it's you could just win next turn pretty easily. So,
and there's no point committing something that doesn't have toughness 4 to the battlefield, right? I mean, just you're already blanking his burn spells. So
yep. So you're cruising.
I'm cruising. Cruise out everything but Pyroblast and a Brainstorm, the 2 best cards in the graveyard.
Makes sense.
Yep. And draw. So hand still a bunch of lands as well. Spell Snare, situational counters, and some lands. So like, oh well, I'll commit the only good card in my hand. My hand's actually quite bad. It's just a bunch of junk, I think.
Oh, okay.
And it's just like Glenalandra Archmage. So play that. Oh, there's a Johnny. There we go.
Glen Alandra seems pretty good right now. Yeah, old mate Glen.
Yeah, I think it's just play Glenalandra here.
Yep.
And deny you casting spells.
Yep.
And leave the Ayani Vengeance.
Oh yeah, you could just play that next turn. And Helix for the win.
Oh, it turns out my hand isn't rubbish.
Oh,
I almost have an Imperial Recruiter.
Fair enough.
Guess that's what happens after you brainstorm, put back a bunch of lands, Treasure Cruise, Fact of Fiction.
When you casually draw 6 extra cards over a few turns.
A lot of cards.
Yeah. All right, fair enough. Ooh. I don't know if it's worth...
He's like, I really want to thin. I think he's tapped out. I think he's just gone, how can I kill myself from my fetch lands?
Oh, no. Don't do that.
I think he's all but conceded. So yeah, I just got Snapcaster Mage in hand, so it's
goodness.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he sees the writing on the wall. I mean, what are his outs? He doesn't really have any outs. All right, it's hard to deal with the flying 3/4, and he doesn't have an Anger of the Gods type effect that actually affects the board because there's a bunch of 4 toughness guys. And yeah. But, he's still playing to outs like Sudden Demise. Oh, no, Sudden Demise doesn't do it because there's 3 different colours of creatures.
Oh, goodness me. Yeah.
I mean, if we were looking for marginal outs for Socrates here, there's so many... There's nothing that gets him back in the game, is there?
No, not
Time
really.
Walk's gone as well, so it's not like
Time
you
Walk's gone.
Time Walk, Snapcaster, Time Walk, you can't even do that.
Yeah. Oh, it's unfortunate. Mulling to 4, I mean, he has lasted this long, I guess.
Yeah.
So you're discarding to hand size.
So I was like, don't go to your turn yet, I got discard.
Wow. That's, it's a bit demoralising for Sock.
Oh, my hand is fire and ice.
Oh,
that's
really?
disgusting. Yeah, and I haven't done it because I'm like, you could have a counter spell.
Yeah, fair enough. We don't need to do it yet. So
no, it's not.
If he taps out, then can be worth it. Oh, it's got something.
Yeah, it's got to play. What could it be? I'm thinking of all these bad cards. Oh, Fiery Confluence. It's a beginning, right?
So
it doesn't get there. Oh, the 4 toughness is still too much.
No, it doesn't do much. So you could. I don't know. I don't know what that even does. Because ping for 1 and deal 4 to you. Like,
I mean, if there's other card in hand to Snapcaster Mage, I mean, it's too late now, but I mean, I can imagine a world where you 6 them and then go to your turn and Snapcaster 6 them. Oh, fire you.
Fired, yeah. Wow.
Well, that does it. Well, his mull to 4 and my mull to 6 lined up really poorly for him. Because I think my 6 was very good.
Yeah, 6 was unreal.
And his 4 was fine.
Yep.
Like, it wasn't great, but it was fine. And unfortunately, it just eventually, you can just get there.
Definitely.
So, unfortunately, I knocked Socrates off that perch, which he was really gunning for. He really wanted to get into the Hall of Heroes. But we're going to have to hold that one for next time. So Socrates will keep trying to get in there with a win for this season. And I hope that the rest of you continue to watch, and we'll come out with content on Vintage next month. So thank you all for watching.
Thanks, guys.